Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about a way to finally get off the content treadmill. We're going to break down a new AI tool that's designed to automate that entire process of keeping your website fresh, active, and maybe, most importantly, visible to search engines.
Sound familiar? You know that feeling, that constant nagging pressure to find new stuff to publish? That worry that if you take just a little time off, your website's just going to start to fade into the background? It's a grind that anyone who's ever managed a website knows all too well. That cycle of hunting for articles, boiling them down to the key points, finding images, and then formatting everything, that's not just a small task. It can literally eat up your entire week, especially if you're trying to do it for more than one site.
Okay, so let's really drill down into this whole content curation problem. Because it's not just a vague feeling of being busy, right? It's a very specific, very repetitive workflow that is just screaming for a smarter way to do things.
I mean, think about the manual process. You have to find relevant articles, read them, summarize them, then you got to go hunt down a good image, and then you finally log into WordPress to format and post. Now, imagine doing that cycle not just once, but daily across 3, 5, maybe even 10 different sites. That repetition is the real killer.
So what's the escape hatch from all this manual work? Well, a whole new category of AI tools is popping up to solve this exact problem by taking all the most tedious parts of the process and automating them.
The solution we're looking at is an AI-powered WordPress plugin called the AI Content Aggregator. The concept behind it is actually pretty simple. You feed it a list of news sources you trust, and it uses Google's Gemini AI to automatically write and post article summaries right to your site. It just does all that heavy lifting for you.
Okay, that sounds amazing in theory, right? But how does it actually work? Let's pop the hood for a second and see how this AI engine turns a simple list of websites into a steady stream of content.
You know, the automation process is surprisingly straightforward. It starts by just keeping an eye on the RSS feeds you give it. The second a new article pops up, bam, the plugin sends it over to the Gemini AI. And this is where the real magic happens. The AI generates a fresh title, a summary, and some relevant tags. It'll even snag a featured image before publishing the complete formatted post directly to your site. The entire manual workflow we talked about, just done automatically.
And look, this isn't just some clunky on-off switch. The real power is in how much control you get. It's smart enough to stop duplicate posts from ever showing up, and it even handles SEO basics like alt text. But here's the crucial part. You decide what happens. You can have posts go live right away, or you can have them saved as drafts for a quick human review. You can even set daily limits to keep your AI costs completely under control.
Now, one of the coolest features here is that you can actually guide the AI's writing style. So you're not stuck with one generic robotic voice. You can tell it to act like a straight news source, and you'll get a factual summary like Global Plastic Treaty Talks Fail. Or you can flip it over to a gossip style for your entertainment site and get a headline like MCR's huge Wembley Stadium comeback. This lets you perfectly match the tone to your site's audience. It's brilliant.
And this tool is constantly getting better. Some really powerful features are coming up, like a global custom prompt that lets you define your own unique summary styles. It's also getting AI image generation, which is a total game changer for creating original images and completely sidestepping any copyright headaches. And finally, they're adding a simple toggle for automatic source citations, which adds a really important layer of transparency. So all these features sound fantastic, but here's the million-dollar question. Does it actually work in the real world? Let's look at the results and see who this tool is specifically built for. You know, maybe the most compelling feedback came from an early user. They reported that after installing the plugin, websites that had zero other promotion, I'm talking no social media, no manual indexing, started getting their pages indexed by Google. That is the real payoff. The consistent flow of fresh, relevant AI content was enough, all on its own, to get Google's attention.
So, who is this really built for? Well, it's pretty ideal for anyone managing a whole portfolio of niche websites, or for content curators who just want to streamline their work. It's great for bloggers who want to supplement their original posts with relevant industry news. It's even a great fit for local businesses that just need their site to look active, or marketers in fast-moving fields like affiliate and crypto who rely on a ton of fresh content.
So if this sounds like it might be a good fit for your workflow, let's get into the practical details. Here's what you need to know about pricing and the requirements.
The best way to start, honestly, is with the 3-day free trial. This is your chance to install it, connect your own API key, and really see the quality of the content it produces for your specific niche before you make any kind of commitment.
When it comes to pricing, it's really straightforward. There are yearly plans based on how many sites you run. It starts at just $49 for a single site, and then it scales up from there, with tiers for professionals, businesses, and even agencies that might be managing up to 50 websites.
Now, there are a few key things to be aware of here. The plugin itself doesn't actually include the AI. You need to bring your own Google Gemini API key, which might have its own costs, depending on how much you use it. That new AI image generation feature is also an add-on cost. And maybe most importantly, the company is very clear about this. They ask you to review the content samples and use that trial because they do not offer refunds after you've bought it.
So, as these incredibly powerful tools become more and more accessible, it really brings up a big question, doesn't it? Are we watching a massive shift where AI automation just becomes the new baseline for content curation and managing websites? Is the role of a site owner moving away from being a content creator and more towards being a content director, just guiding the AI that's doing all the heavy lifting? It is definitely something to think about.